Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, we are broadcasting from Performance Trust Field for the first of our spring games this season. I'm Matt Hockett, and joining me sitting down currently is
Hi, I'm Corey Hackett.
Corey Hockett. We're back on the mic, but for an entirely different sport.
Absolutely. So this is our spring fall season, where Wheaton Academy is currently in the midst of. This is the last week of basketball season, and it is the first week of boys soccer action. Girls volleyball began practice, and football is also prepping for their first game next Friday night, March 19. But
Oh
the
man,
soccer team is ready to go. They've only been practicing for about a week now, so these guys have had to really come in shape, ready to go, because their season began just almost immediately.
yeah, I think they're ready. I mean, from what I could tell, we had a lot of people excited about when the IHSA finally announced those seasons, and I think they were working in the off season a little bit.
And similar to basketball, we've got about a 5-week season. So tonight is the opening night, March 9th, and the closing contest will be on April 17. And there's about 16 games in 5 weeks. So that means that these guys are going to be playing 2-3 games a week for the next 5 weeks. But nobody is complaining.
No.
It is about time for this to begin, and you see the team as they begin. You can see Coach Cody Snaufer in his second year. This is the first of the two 2021 seasons, because we'll have the 2021
I see what you're saying.
March
Yeah.
season, and
Yep.
then we will come back in August for part 2 of the 2021 season.
Yeah, I was doing a little research with West Chicago's lineup and their schedule, and they certainly had. It sounds like we got our PA announcer, so actually we'll just take a break here for a second. Give it to our PA announcer, Mr. Elliot Thompson. Well, we'll see what happens.
Consistent. Hello, microphone check. 1, 2.
So we are waiting for our PA system to kick in.
Dusting off the equipment.
Yep, a lot of things still waking up from the COVID quarantine, including the PA system. So, Matt, why don't you tell us who our starting lineups are going to be?
Yeah,
As we
absolutely.
wait.
So, let's go with the visiting team of West Chicago. We haven't said this yet, and we'll address this again later, but this is the defending 3A state champs of West Chicago, which is, I mean, the mayor went so far as to write some edict and congratulating this team. It was a huge deal for West Chicago. First championship since 1974. But let's talk through their starters. Starting at with number 0 in goal, that's David Kuhn. Number 2, Alexander Chegg is on defense. Lucas Sterry, number 3, also a defender. Number 4, DeMarcus Marin, a defender. Then we have number 5, Diego Martinez. Number 6, Aldo Flores. Number 7, Brian Nieves. Number 10, Tristan Alfaro. Number 11, Isaias Palacios. Number 14, Aldo Alfaro. And number 16, Beto Mendoza. Trying to figure out here. Looks like we're going to go with our anthem first. So we'll turn this over again.
Tell the rest we're just doing straight national anthem, please.
All right.
Okay. They're not even
We're gonna cut to our national anthem for a second. we, so you heard the West Chicago starting lineup for Wheaton Academy before the game gets started here. Number 19, Ryan Batista. Solomon Pitts, number 11. Andrew Ramirez, number 15. Hytham Nazar, number 12. Giovanni Nikoski, number 22. Jude Barden, number 4. Robert Platt, number 23. Xander Anaya, number 2. Josh Mariotti, number 17. Evan Eckhart, number 6. And Declan Finnegan, number 0. And usually when I hear number 0, Corey,
That is the goalie.
that is the goalie. Not always, but usually when I hear it. So, looks
All
like
right.
the Warriors start.
So it looks like in the back it's Barton, Anaya, and Pitts.
That was Ramirez right away, poking it backwards.
And going to Finnegan.
Going to try and spread them out all the way. So we got Xander Anaya in the background here. Short side, chasing down the sideline. Number 19 for Wheaton Academy is Ryan Batista. He is a transfer.
Okay.
Giovanni Nikoski, number 22, also known as Gio, so we're going to call him Gio.
Jude Barton, also a transfer into Wheaton Academy this year.
Awesome.
So, yeah, West Chicago kind of starting things over, getting it back to their goalie.
Yep, there's Ryan Batista kind of in the mix. I think we're going to see a lot of him. Coach Schnoffer was talking about loving some of these transfers and what they were bringing to the team. And thankfully, transfers had a little extra time, right, to kind of develop in this kind of waiting period.
Absolutely. So it looks like Josh Mariotti and Gio and Ryan are up here in the front.
Up top with our forwards. Right, you can see right in the middle of the field, number 15. It's going to be the money spot for Ramirez to kind of take over. If we're going to win this game, we need to control the middle of the field today.
So you see a little bit of a fan section here tonight
Yeah, I think those are cutouts, Corey, over there.
with an outdoor sport. Wheaton Academy able to bring some parents perhaps of the West Chicago athletes, as well as a small contingent of Wheaton Academy students.
Yeah, well, what a great crosstown rivalry in the first place. There was Gio trying to make a run up the sideline.
Actually, mostly that's the JV team over there sticking around to support the varsity team. Wheaton Academy with a free kick. It looks like Solomon Pitts will take that. Puts the ball in play. And Wheaton Academy just looking to keep possession there. But West Chicago will throw that in from the side. So.
All right, so West Chicago again, defending 3A state champs. They, I mean, some people would call it a Cinderella story. I don't think they would call it that, but
they have been a great team for the last number of years. You mentioned a good crosstown rivalry, but they have really been a tough slot on the Wheaton Academy schedule for the past few years.
Yeah, I believe they kind of handed it to us as I think the last year in the schedule. I could be wrong here, but I'm sure someone will correct me if we are on the live chat. Speaking of which, thanks for joining us on YouTube tonight. If you're a fan of Wheaton Academy, subscribe to this channel and get notified whenever we have upcoming games. West Chicago fans, thanks if you found this somehow. Great job. There's
West
loose
Chicago
ball in the
looking,
box, and it looks
yep.
like number 4 for Wheaton Academy just trying to clear that out.
Yep.
That's Jude Barden. So that sets up our first corner kick here. So certainly this is a set play that all the teams practice here. We're going to see how Wheaton Academy defends against this.
All right, and there
Plays
goes the
it
ball
short,
in. Yep.
And that's
And
Barden.
Wheaton Academy clears it. But West Chicago retains possession.
I like how quickly the defense pushed that up. And the defense back there, led by Xander Anaya, number 4, Jude Barden, number 19 for Wheaton Academy. As you're seeing numbers for the first time, Ryan Batista.
Ooh. Good hard slide tackle there
Yeah, that was
by West
Ramirez
Chicago.
working the middle again. We're going to try and control that. There's Evan Eckhart. He's a sophomore.
He is. It's good to see him back out.
As a freshman, he was on the varsity team.
He
so
was.
He has varsity experience.
Yes, he
and
does.
he's quite
Unfortunately, last year, Evan suffered an injury to his knee and has worked really, really hard to get back. Fought back, trained, got himself ready to go this year, and he's back and ready to start. So both teams aggressive and kind of keeping the ball in the middle of the field. This looks like
It should be a Wheaton Academy free kick here.
so Wheaton Academy will
All right, that's
get
a
ready
throw-in.
to go. Yep. See what they can do.
I think that's number 11, Solomon Pitts.
Yes. Solomon, a senior.
Yeah, and boy, man, when we see speed from him. A little short play here for
Oh, there.
Mariotti. And
Oh,
my word, just missed on the side here. Show you the quick replay here.
But the Warriors have to be pleased with getting that shot there. Ryan Batista encouraging his teammates. Wheaton Academy staying up to try to continue to put pressure on West Chicago, see if they can get another shot like that and convert. There's a nice pressure by Ryan Batista. Really seeking to keep that ball up there and put pressure on the West Chicago defense.
Boy, you got to take advantage of little plays like that. That was one of those that I think we should have had a goal on.
Yep. Declan Finnegan in the goal, kind of running the show back there.
All right, so Eckhart clears this out. Again, number 19 right here. This is Ryan Batista on this near sideline. Delivers it up to Gio.
Oh, here he goes, Gio.
Gio one step away. You can see Gio's got some speed up there. And then, of course, number 17, which we saw before, that was Josh Mariotti, having a chance. So right now, promising for the Wheaton Academy. A couple extra opportunities on our side.
Yeah.
Gio slows things down. He's going to have a conversation here with, or a ref's going to have a conversation with a player from West Chicago. I don't see a number yet, otherwise I'd tell you who it was.
There's Gio.
I'm sure that wasn't a yawn on air.
It wasn't.
There's 22, Gio right there. As West Chicago looks to
There's Evan
maintain, but
Eckhart.
Eckhart chases this down. Nice control here in the middle of the field, surveys.
Yep, looking to make something happen. And West Chicago will keep it and go quick.
Yep.
Here they come.
I think they probably wanted to counter here as
It was a nice cross
Barden-
the field
Barden
and led.
chases it down and does the right thing, gives us a throw-in, and the applause actually from the bench as all we wanted to do was slow that down for a second.
West Chicago surveying the Wheaton Academy defense, seeing what they can get.
So beautiful night outside tonight. High of 66 earlier today. I think it's about 55 maybe, or 60 even right now.
Yeah, and hopefully we will get this game in before what the weather forecasters are saying is going to be a wet night. So it seems like right now the game's well timed and beautiful weather for game number 1.
Yep, Wheaton Academy has 3 games this week on their schedule, both on Thursday.
That's
and,
against Aurora Central Catholic.
And then on Saturday. Saturday is home as well, isn't it?
Saturday is home. That's against Geneva. You know, one of the things that is in play right now is obviously the field. And Performance Trust Field, we are just really, really grateful to have just nice AstroTurf. And so as a result, being able to play, you know, if maybe we'll catch a spot of the remaining mounds of snow that our maintenance department, led by Mr. Rodney Dunham, spent, you know, countless days. I could see from my office a backhoe and a dump truck to try to move the snow out from the end zone to allow room for a soccer goal. And so our first 3 games being home doesn't necessarily surprise me, just because of us having the field to be able to host the game.
For sure. There's a missed opportunity there as West Chicago had.
Finnegan comes up with that.
Find the numbers here. They're a little bit more challenging for me. That was number 14 with an opportunity there. That was Aldo Alfaro. So the Performance Trust Field, of course, you know, we don't have the soppiness of the wet ground. Gio just kind of poking it, made a mistake there, put it back into the middle. Number 7 for Chicago.
Oh, no.
Great stop by Declan Finnegan.
Yeah, wow, Declan did a really, 2 in a row. That was a great job by Declan. Even though
bench on their feet, as you can
West
see
Chicago,
him right here with Declan kind of just chirping at his defense, trying to get them. But that was a pretty rough turnover
we have a
by
player
Gio.
down.
Yeah, we're taking a look here. This is number 16 for Wheaton Academy. Maybe it's not number 16.
No,
Because I don't think we got a sub here. Oh, number 10. I'm sorry.
Number 10.
So that's
Hytham Nasser. Yeah, he's down.
Trainer
is out. His teammates just checking. And so it looks like number 7, Kyle Huerta, is going to come in. Hytham walking off the field, which is great to see. And setting up for this Wheaton Academy defense as they prepare for the corner kick.
Yeah, West Chicago, again, always going to be dangerous here on these set plays. Last time they did it, they tried to play this thing low and short towards the front. Now they go high and deep, see if they can get something else.
And another
number 5 for West Chicago, Diego Martinez.
Now, as you catch a glimpse of the Wheaton Academy sideline, I think you've caught a glimpse of Coach Drew Sesnoff. Today is his birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday, Drew. Awesome.
He is a quarter of a century old.
So I call that a quarter of a century young.
Sure.
But absolutely. There's a quick ball that's, let's see.
There will come Solomon getting ready to go.
We'll slow it up just a bit. All right, so Ramirez in the middle here. Just trying to give you a perspective in terms of who you're looking at right away. This number 4, this is Jude Barden.
So we're about 12 minutes into the season here. And an even game, 0-0.
Yep, 22 here, Gia Nikoski right here, taking the throw in.
It's a little bit of a switch this time of year. Many people perhaps been watching basketball, used to back and forth scoring. Time to make the shift back into our fall sports where we've got soccer and football, where defense is often the characteristic part of the game.
Oh, foul there. Oh, not called.
Good hustle.
So
oh, my goodness.
Xander
He just shoved him to
out.
the ground.
Number 7 here for Wheaton Academy. Oh, that's our new sub, Kyle Huerta, into the game. Yeah, certainly games get a little bit longer in the springtime, you know. The kind of play out the patience of it. Oh, looks like we got stoppage in play. I think that's going to be a yellow card here as he's trying to grab the ball out of
Ryan Batista's hands.
I'm trying to get a number here for West Chicago in terms of why he did that. I'm sure you saw that on the sideline there, but that looks like number 4, I'm sorry. That's DeMarcus Marin. So issued with the yellow. So, yeah, clearly called a throw-in for Wheaton Academy, grabbing it. And we wanted to get the ball back into play, so that's going to just be a yellow card based on that
Well, we have a
stoppage in
sub.
play.
So number 23, Robert Platt, out. And there was
So the sideline official talking to the West Chicago coach, trying to get an explanation here. So, I mean, pretty.
So who came
pretty-
into the game for Wheaton Academy? Hytham came back in.
Yeah,
which is
Hawerda
great to
stayed
see.
in. So we'll have to figure out where that.
Yeah, Hytham came in for Robert Platt.
Okay.
So
There's Batista trying to chase it
he's
down.
really
Just missed
pushing
it. Yep.
with
I
a lot
like-
of pressure.
I like that speed that he's showing right away. It's controlled tempo. So again, this just joining us, this is Wheaton Academy versus West Chicago Wildcats, defending 3A state champs in their first game. Both teams back in the season. Talking to Coach Schnoffer, he talked through this idea that a lot of these guys are on the same club team, that
Oh,
they know
really?
each other pretty well.
Okay.
And then, of course, with Coach Schnoffer, he also really does a lot with the Eagles and that ministry. And some
Chicago Eagles.
Yep, some of those guys from both West Chicago and Wheaton Academy participate. Here's Ryan Johnson looking for
Batista.
Kyle Hawerda.
Oh, who's not able to.
And that
It was a
nice
little
job
bit of
by
a
the
collision.
goalkeeper getting
Yeah.
down low there. I could see
That was
Kyle was
David
trying to chip
Kuhn.
that over.
The goalkeeper with a nice save there.
Yep, again, pleased with what I'm seeing from Wheaton Academy early on here.
One of the things I think that's cool about this season, even though it's a little bit more compact, a little bit shorter, I just think that all of our athletes are really out there for the love of the game. And it's interesting. No conference championships, no
So Chicago making a
postseason.
little run here. Got
Oh.
some time to think about it. Chased down there by
Oh, there's Evan Eckhart.
Gio Nikoski.
But no postseason, no state tournament, none of those things. And these kids are just out there because they love to play, and they're really playing hard.
Looks like foul was called there on West Chicago and stoppage in play again. I'm not sure why we stopped the clock this time other than to have a conversation. No cards are going to be given, but probably going to tell them to back off each other a little bit. Hard to see a number down there, but I think that's Xander, Naya.
Yeah, and Declan will get ready for the goal kick here.
So local crosstown rivalry really did bring out the fans. Even on a non-COVID year, this would be a pretty
Yeah.
decently attended game. Helps being outside.
Absolutely.
There's Gio, but having to battle against three people. And, oh, a hard take. That's going to be a yellow card on Gio here.
Ooh, two players. Yeah,
Yeah,
Gio is
that-
up, but
For sure, the card came out right away. He's going to deliver this here in a second. A little frustration following
yeah,
get
we
that
hope,
first win in that battle. And it looks like
that's number 2 for West Chicago. That looks like Alexander Chegg.
yeah, so coming into the game for Wheaton Academy to replace Gio, that's going to be Connor Royce, number 21. He's on this near sideline that we'll see here in a second. And then number 18 will also be coming in for Wheaton Academy.
It's good to see Chegg up and on his feet.
Number 18, Caleb Mariotti.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't sub out Josh Mariotti. But maybe that's the relationship they've got going on. So we've got a couple of subs coming in here. First for Gio Nikoski. He did get a yellow card and got hurt on the play as well. So he's walking out. You see him there. And then number 19 for Wheaton Academy, Ryan Batista, coming out, getting a breather.
Yeah, he's
Coach
really
Schnoffer
been
gives him-
putting a lot of pressure on West Chicago up front.
Of course, let's take this brief moment in time to thank my live stream crew. We got Haley Cern on a camera up top tonight, Will Hupke as well, then Rachel Cobb and Kenneth Tolman, both as usual, participants in our live stream productions.
Which is
here.
so awesome to be able to bring these games to Wheaton Academy fans far and near. This afternoon I saw on the Instagram as we were advertising the game, a number of the soccer players from last year were providing encouragement.
I was wondering if Logan Finnegan was going to support brother Declan Finnegan. So, Logan, if you're out there, throw a comment in the YouTube. Let me know that you're watching.
We saw, Daniel Rychenkov. He was also providing encouragement to this group of warriors.
Hate saying some of those names. Sorry, I miss them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feels like they were just here.
Yes.
Maybe they're happy to move on. But
so this is a free kick for West Chicago.
you can see some of our players there. Evan Eckhart, number 6. Solomon Pitts, Connor Royce there, right there. Fighting through some things. Number 10 for Wheaton Academy.
There's Finnegan with a nice save.
All right, so Finnegan looks to throw this out here to Connor Royce on the near side. Little quick move. Hytham didn't get the ball back to Connor.
Here comes Barton.
It's quick. There's Xander playing that out.
So we're almost halfway through this first half.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a tight one for both teams. Captain for West Chicago there, number 3, Lucas Starry. Ramirez wins that ball in the air, puts it outside. West Chicago throw in. This will be from number 12 from West Chicago, Marco Garcia. Not a starter and into the game. Ramirez is going to get a card here after all that.
Okay. So he'll need to come out?
I think let's see if that's a...
Is that a card on Andrew? Yeah.
Yeah. So he will have to come out.
So here he comes out.
Yeah.
Coach Snoffer having to make some substitutions
back
early
into
back
the game,
in.
And that's Ryan Batista.
Ryan Batista, yeah. So his break was cut short.
So a couple of cheap fouls really from a couple of our good players, Gio and Andrew. Maybe trying to set a tone physically, maybe just a little frustrated with how things are.
Or the adrenaline, first game.
Okay.
I mean, for a lot of these guys.
You give them the benefit of the doubt, that's fine.
Absolutely. I just think sometimes you haven't played for so long. I mean, maybe these guys were able to play on club teams in the fall, but if they weren't, I mean, it's been, 18 months really since they've played. And I imagine just their love of soccer, they're just ready to go.
Xander Anaya. Looks like he passed the ball, but it looks like now we're setting up for a free kick here. Gets the ball out here to Connor Royce on the near side, number 21. Simple pass back to Barton. And Warriors maintain possession here.
Yeah, there's nice defense there.
Looks like Jude Barton will take this throw in. Looking up for a streaking Kyle Hawerda, and that's off of West Chicago. That'll stay in our possession.
Yeah, that was a...
Center official looks at the sideline official for confirmation. That is correct.
Yeah, that was nice.
He's saying the touch was outside for Wheaton Academy, so I'm glad he saw that play and could actually explain it too. That helps. Okay, so little foul right there in play.
Sends the ball all the way down to Finnegan, who kind of gets it back in so they can keep going here.
Of course Logan's watching.
Logan Finnegan.
On our YouTube channel. Thanks for coming out here, Log. And of course, if your brother knew it, well, he probably does know it. He's playing for you tonight. Miss you guys and all the other alumni. There's number 4, Barton. And again, I think through some of these alumni that had from our stats from
last fall,
Logan had 23 goals. After that, the next closest person had maybe 5. So it was quite a season for Logan, and without him
And you
controlling
look
the
at
middle
how
of the
many
field.
seniors Wheaton
Sam
Academy
Froslet,
lost.
I remember.
Chris Eklund, Andrew Hoekstra,
Yep, Daniel Winchenkov, who you
Alex
talked about before.
Howland, Jack Lichty, Justin Riddle, Alan Rodriguez,
And
Noah
it's
Skakovic,
a normal
and
progression
Soren
of high
Lindquist
school
Bailey.
sports. I mean, how many of these guys out on the field right now, we're just waiting for those guys to kind of move on, too.
I mean, they
you know?
had 11 seniors last year.
Yep.
11. So Wheaton Academy, these guys, waiting for their opportunity. Now, a couple players play both soccer and basketball, or at least did at one point, that's one of the challenges this year is having to split time because the basketball season doesn't end until Saturday. So usually it's the reverse. If you have a really great soccer season, you may have to join basketball a little bit late. But this year it's the opposite. If you have a basketball season, you may have to join soccer a little bit late.
I don't know if Jack Lichty's comment of Logan being the GOAT is
Jack Lichty is watching.
If we can
Greetings to Jack Lichty. That is outstanding.
Oh, Kilgallons, Matt Navario, man, you guys, blast from the past.
Absolutely.
Now, I understand
Fond
why you're
and
not
happy
at this
memories.
game right now, but we got to time our spring break so that you can come back at least and watch a game. Who would have thought watch a game in the spring for boys soccer, right? And then we have summer season starting
April the 5th, I
April.
believe.
Yep, and we got girls soccer going to be in the middle of April as Declan tries to figure out whether he should come out or not.
A nice
Great job by
defense.
Solomon Pitts chasing
That
things.
was-
Or Hatham Nazar. No, it's Solomon Pitts.
Yeah,
he came
that's
all
Solomon.
the
He
way
came
to
all
the
the way
other
over.
side.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and I think this summer season is going to be an emotional one because those are the kids that had their season taken away last year.
Yeah, and I heard that the IHSA, right, just gave them back their tournament, so that's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, we don't know what that form will be.
Yeah,
but,
I think it's a winner-take-all one game.
Yeah, but they did say they were going to have a state series in those summer sports, and so we're not totally sure. The end of the season is June 19, but we're not sure what that will mean in terms of when the state tournament and those types of things, regionals, sectionals start. But for those athletes, I'm sure it cannot start too soon.
We have a name clarification for the goalie. We apologize from Grandpa Keen watching.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it, Gramp. And so David Keen in goal. So thanks so much for that. Here's Solomon Pitts on the far side. We got 17 minutes left in this first half. Both teams had a couple opportunities. I think Wheaton Academy maybe one or two extra, but West Chicago had a great chance with Declan Finnegan with an amazing save about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and then recently, with that great defensive play by Solomon Pitts.
Yep. Yeah, that was no man's land whether Declan could come out or not, and I'm glad the defense took care of it instead. Barden just couldn't get up high enough for that one. Connor Royce doing a nice job just getting the ball off.
Clearing it.
And a throw-in. Looks like we have a sub coming into the game for West Chicago. Back into the game, in fact, DeMarcus Marin, number 4. Going to be subbing out number 16 for West Chicago, Beto Mendoza. I'm not going to lie. I was cheering for West Chicago in the state tournament last year.
Absolutely. They are.
That was phenomenal.
even
And
though
as a resident of West Chicago, how great is it to have
Well, yeah. I mean,
teams? Wheaton Academy has won a state championship recently. West Chicago now, of course, more recently. But, boy, we're owning state over here.
good camaraderie, good rivalry, but also, both schools in the town. Exciting for their success as well last year.
Nazar losing it there in the middle. West Chicago maybe with a little push here. Well, and ironically, Hazard with a little push instead. Foul is called and stop the play. As you can see,
Number 11,
kind of complaining he got his ankles chopped out there.
Palacios. Here comes West Chicago.
Whoa,
Ooh.
great ball.
Yeah, that was a great ball.
Looks like offsides was called there by the sideline official. But what a ball by number 10 from West Chicago, Tristan Alfano.
Well, that, and then just Pitts and Finnegan back there are really
My,
solid. I mean,
that was dangerous.
that was dangerous. There's Barton looking to clear the ball. Wheaton Academy's defense not quite able to switch fields there.
Looked like we were complaining of maybe a handball as trying
Okay.
to trap it with the chest, but play on here as
This
West
is
Chicago's got an
another
opportunity in the
dangerous
middle, working his way around. Looked like he was holding them there, hands around his waist. I'm not sure if that was called or not.
Yeah, and Finnegan got a little bit blocked there. I'm not sure whether it was by his own player or by somebody else, but that was fortunate for the Warriors that that shot was just off the mark.
So 13:45, and this last 4 minutes has felt very slow with a lot of opportunities from West Chicago here. And a turnover there on our side of the field. Tough one.
Yep.
But chased
comes
it down.
back with it. Yep.
Ramirez
Looks to
working back. Now both Ramirez and Gio both have to be very careful. They both have a yellow card, so one accident now instead of something that may have been a little bit more intentional the first time.
absolutely.
Couple of turnovers
West
there in the
Chicago
middle of
really,
the field,
like
really
you
hurting
said,
Wheaton Academy right now.
dominating possession.
I don't know, again, if that's a hesitancy because we're working off of a yellow or if that's just not good ball handling there. We talked about it before, but we need Eckhart in the middle to kind of control.
Here comes Wheaton Academy.
We need Ramirez. Yeah, right in front of our fan section as you see that group.
The Maroon Platoon.
Oh, there's Coach Byrne down there too. It looks like.
Yes. With athletic director Brad Byrne.
He's social distancing. He's choosing to step away.
Wheaton Academy gets the ball down, but not really able to capitalize with a
No,
shot
but
option.
pretty good control here with Gio coming down the sideline, looking to put the ball back in. Plays it a little short. Keene tried to get it, taken away by his own defender.
See if Wheaton Academy gets an open look here.
West Chicago both fight over it, and the ball goes out the goal line. So we got a corner kick coming up for Wheaton Academy.
And so this will be Wheaton Academy's first corner kick of the year.
Yeah, I feel like we should have that sponsored by someone. This corner kick's sponsored by Performance Trust. Thank you for the donation with Performance Trust Field, actually. So
Here's
Ramirez going to deliver the ball out wide. I know
Koski.
Connor Royce is tall. They're probably going to look for that head. And then I saw Barton coming all the way up, too.
not
And,
able
of
to
course, he has to go
capitalize.
all the way back down, and that's a
There's-
foul call. But that's just going to slow it up and allow us to get back into position. That's not too bad for us. If you're just joining us, 0-0, but both teams have great opportunities so far. Thanks for following Wheaton Academy Athletics here. And if you want more notifications about when we're going to be giving you some of these games, subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on those notifications.
This week, lots of action. We've got a couple basketball games left for the boys and the girls.
Yeah, we will not be live streaming those, though.
Well, 3 of the 4 games that are left are away. The girls are at Timothy on Thursday, and then they are back home on Saturday against Westmont. And then the boys have 2 games Thursday, Saturday as well, but both of those are away. I
Yeah,
believe we
one's
closed
at
the
St.
season.
Francis, not too
Yep,
far
St.
away.
Francis and then Immaculate
Number
Conception.
17 from for West Chicago, Posada coming in for what looks to be like number 11. That's Isaiah Palacios. So he'll get a break right before the half here. 10 minutes left here in the half. West Chicago and Wheaton Academy tied at 0. Beautiful night. Beautiful spring night. I actually, putting together weather segments for WATV News, took a look at last year's weather. At this time last year, it was 34 degrees outside. And typically it doesn't get over 40. So this is an abnormally warm night in March. In fact, we've had 9 straight days at the start of March with no rain. It's the first time it's ever happened in recorded history.
Look at you.
I know.
You're just like an almanac.
Actually, my reporter, Emma Vega, mentioned that on WATV News. And if you did miss that, well, catch it just for the weather. We're trying something new. I particularly enjoy it. A lot of great stories out there. In fact, the 10 Mr. Wah contestants were kind of reintroduced there on the show today. West Chicago, a little chance. Chase down there. Eckhart gets possession and kind of clears it out a little bit further to take away
the defense
that
having to work hard, especially for this last, since about the 21-minute mark, West Chicago has really dominated the time of possession.
Mr. Wah coming up on Saturday, March the 13th. I know we've got a lot of alumni that have that pay attention to that one date. It's definitely a way to support what's happening in Project League Global.
Yep, absolutely. There'll be an opportunity to not only watch the 10 senior guys, but also an opportunity to support the orphans that Wheaton Academy sponsors with Kids Alive in the Dominican Republic and Haiti.
We decided to do it live that night, even though we won't have a lot of people inside. You can see a lot of people out here, but outside it's not as not as much of a challenge in terms of some of the regulations and the way that we're doing some of these events. So we're going to live stream it. The guys will perform it live so that they make sure that they get that sense of the pressure of Mr. Wah, and the dance is going to be live, and then we'll have live voting as well.
So not only should you watch, not only should you donate, but you also should vote.
Yeah, for sure you should vote. You gotta choose Mr. Wah yourself. West Chicago doing a nice job right here at possession. Wheaton Academy unable to get a couple of clear outs, so West Chicago's really kind of settled into that 30. Maybe pull it across field, and see what they can do. Kind of have us chase. 7 minutes left to play.
They don't seem to be in a rush.
No, they're really good at countering, and I think they're going to try and work the ball right there in the middle in the front of the goal, as we've seen a couple of times. But that long cross sailed out wide, so and it sailed out wide, but it looks like offsides was called anyways.
Yeah, so it'll be a free kick for Barton.
Yep, Barton gets the ball in the middle to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to try and send that ball all the way across. I think that's Ryan Batista over there, number 19. And we've seen his speed here on the near side, unless that's changed on the far side. That's Xander chasing it down, and oh my word, it actually hit the corner and bounced out the goal line. So they're going to get a corner kick out of this. West Chicago, number 15, Herman Medina coming into the game, and number 4 back into the game, DeMarcus Marin, number 21, Yair Oscrio.
So here's the corner kick.
And looks like Escria's going to take it, too, on top of that. There's no one on the ball, is there?
I was going to say no. There they go. Number
Not
14.
sure what's going on in terms of, I mean, a really long sub, so.
Number 14, Alfaro. Looks like he's going to be the one to get things going here with 5 minutes to go. And the defense able to get ahead on it and kind of clear it out just to give themselves some space.
Unfortunately, Stephen Ryan's making some threats on YouTube saying if we lose, he's going to not call himself an alumni anymore. I think that's pretty harsh, Stephen. You will always be a Warrior and and an alum of video production. And if you don't call yourself an alumni, I'm going to threaten to break out some of those introduction videos that you made.
So nice defense.
They were all
there.
good anyways. All right, so Wheaton Academy going to try and settle something as we are really getting chased here, and we're not getting anything in the middle of the field. So Gio goes ahead and crosses it all the way to Batista on the other side.
But Wheaton Academy really just for a long time has not gotten the ball over the West Chicago 30.
Looks like Pitts tried to do kind of an overlap there, but Batista not able to control it. Possession still for the Warriors.
All right. So Wheaton Academy seeing if they can get something here. Solomon sends it. Looking to see what they can get. They're not able to complete the cross, and West Chicago gains possession again. But the Warriors staying tough. Trying to see what they can get.
Yeah, that was 23. Robert Platt really kind of hustling there
yep.
for a second, but there's some counter.
Wow. There's Declan.
Declan came all the way out,
and that was
that just missed.
I mean,
that
was like
Declan came out to the 25, and just that simple chip, I mean, it missed by 6 inches.
So it looks like he was trying to go fast there, but the official pulled it back.
What an opportunity. We talked about the counter of West Chicago, and
Yeah,
it was
wow,
really
that was great speed.
1 on 3.
This is another problem there.
1 on 3, but he got the jump right at half field. It kind of looked like it was offsides, but then, you know, everything was happening right at the 50.
Yep.
West Chicago definitely has the energy, definitely controlling the middle of the field
Very
a lot
aggressive.
more. Number 9 for West Chicago on the throw-in, Armando Garcia, now giving the ball back to DeMarcus Marin.
And looking to see here, with just 2 minutes to go in this first half, even though it's a 0-0 game, I would say for the last half of the first half, West Chicago has really dominated.
Yeah, and there was Barton, and just all the little touches, the 50-50 balls are being lost here. Try and put the ball just on goal there.
Finnegan comes up with
pretty
it.
An easy save for Finnegan. Athlete there. Let's see if Gio can get a touch. Yeah, right to the middle of the field. This is what we need to control, and that was number 17 for Wheaton Academy.
Yep.
Mariotti.
Absolutely, and here's a shot maybe
yeah, I
for
think
Wheaton
that's
Academy.
Batista. Oh, boy. Well, now a little frustration moment here again.
Do not give him a yellow for that. He's fine.
And there's another yellow card for the Warriors.
Yeah, that is Batista.
What
that
was the-
simple,
what was
kind
the
of
reason?
heel kick.
What was the reason
at some
for
point,
the card?
might call it a delay or just the way that, officially delay of game, but the way that he handled himself out right after the referee's call. So he's going to have to come out. He'll take his time here. Clock is stopped at 1:30. Coming into the game
You
for
see
Wheaton
Barton
Academy.
here and Pitts.
Number 18,
Anaya.
Mariotti. Caleb Mariotti going to sub into the game, I think. Or maybe that was already switched out. Someone else.
So that's the fourth yellow card for the Warriors?
I think that's the third yellow card for the Warriors, and we had a 1 yellow card on West Chicago so
Yep.
far. You know, these officials have had a long time off too, so maybe they want everyone to just be happy and play. You know, maybe they're just kind of out of the same game shape at some point too.
Well,
You
and
know,
it's interesting you bring
everything
that
that's
up.
happened is definitely could be viewed as a potential yellow, but you know, there's a lot of times where you can just have a conversation, especially in soccer.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because one of the implications of having so many sports happening at the same time is an official shortage. And we're looking at officials, having to go back and forth between basketball and soccer and football right now, and not really having enough officials for all of the IHSA games that are taking place. So that's just something that the IHSA is facing right now. And we're grateful to all of the officials who are willing to
Yeah.
allow our athletes to play.
So we may see this same three again.
At a
You
football
better-
game, at a
you better
basketball
make friends
game.
with them.
Absolutely. So here's a corner kick for Wheaton Academy.
Keeping it short to Eckhart this time. Tried
He
to skip
fights
it
hard.
past. That's good if it works, but
And there's another corner kick. Not a lot of time.
officials making it clear it is there. So let's see.
22 seconds. A little miscommunication with the ball
That's
boy.
Ramirez giving the ball in the corner. He's going to keep it
There's
short
one on the
again.
pin. And there was a nice behind the back.
Boy, I like that play.
Yeah, that was a great touch by Evan.
That was number 7, Kyle Huerta, that kind of chipped that ball around the backside. So after one half of play, well, it got a little tense towards the tail end. If you're a Wheaton Academy fan, nice job by West Chicago as they made a strong push in that second 20.
But 0-0, which the Warriors come out even, and we'll see what happens here in that second half.
Yeah, you can see they've got high energy. I think they're happy with the outcome so far, and they've got a strategy coming back. So we'll rejoin you in about 8 minutes as we come back on the mic. All right, welcome back. We got just about a minute left.
Here in this crosstown game between the West Chicago Wildcats and the Wheaton Academy Warriors.
Yeah, so a couple of people were asking about the JV score, and that was confirmed in the chat, but I just wanted to confirm that as well. It was 3-2 with Wheaton Academy
Coming up short.
having a free kick just outside of the box with literally zeros on the clock, and had that one opportunity and weren't able to convert. So West Chicago managed to get that first win of the season under their belt at the JV level. Here, coming back into the game, we anticipate seeing the starters. I see Barden coming out. Actually, I see Kyle Hawarda out there, so he was not in the starting lineup. Now he is.
Yeah, now he's out and ready to go.
21, actually, was not
That's
as
Connor
well.
Royce.
That's Connor Royce. Number 6 for Wheaton Academy. Evan Eckhart in there. Number 17, Josh Mariotti.
I just wonder if any of that. No, here comes Ryan Batista.
I'm trying to see. It looks
Number
like
2,
Gio
Xander
right
Anaya.
now. Gio's got his coat on. So if Gio doesn't come back into the game, that's definitely going to be a struggle for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So right now he's going to sit near the bench or stand near the bench. I'm not sure if that will be something that switches pretty quickly. It looks like he's ready to go in right now if he wants to. But they are going to keep Gio on the sideline.
All right.
This is West Chicago's ball to start the second half. Crowd for Wheaton Academy trying to cheer on their home team here today.
It's been a while since we have heard crowd noise here at Performance Trust Field. It's nice to hear. The mini maroon platoon.
It feels slightly normal tonight. It feels good.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying the new normal. I hate that term.
No.
We're not going to make it the new normal.
No, it's just great to see fans here and athletes out on the field playing. And
it's Eckhart that taken from behind.
That's a card 2. That's a card 2.
Hard foul on number 7, Brian Nieves.
Yeah, but it looks like he's already out down the field.
Looked like he got undercut, and he wasn't playing the ball. So I mean, if it was me, I'd pull that out. But I don't know why he's swallowing his card now.
Yeah, that's odd.
All right, so Xander with a free kick here.
Glad to see Evan. He's running a little tenderly, but
getting the ball back to Barden.
West Chicago really
nice
pressuring.
Ball there all the way through. Oh,
offsides.
And called offsides. We don't have that shot.
That's probably better.
Official.
That was a certainly close one. So here's West Chicago. They'll start the second half and kind of just back and forth long balls there. West Chicago lets it go out of bounds and they'll throw it in.
Far side there, number 4 is Barden. Number
West
2,
Chicago
Xander chasing him down.
Is fast. They have a number of really, really fast players.
Looks like
and
that's
going
to go to the. That was into the snow. That's going to be gross, actually.
Xander, Anaya into the snow.
And the pebbles, you know, the little pellets of turf.
It's interesting to know what to call that pile, because there was at one point snow in it, but now it's just doesn't look that great. There's some Wheaton Academy students. Good to see them.
Corner kick out. One in the air by number 10, Nazar. This is Kyle Hawarda chasing it down. I mean, we got to put pressure on him
as well
to make him feel uncomfortable holding the ball. I think that was one of the issues that we had towards its tail end of the second half. That was delivered right ball right at the same time, and a foul was called. You can see Declan coming out and giving some instructions to his defense. That call could go either way. You know, if you're a West Chicago fan, you say for sure, but that's rough if you see it from Wheaton Academy's standpoint. Looked like a 50-50 ball.
So it'll be a free kick.
Gonna step him back.
Declan kind of calling the shots from back there, positioning his players.
Yeah, this is where the athleticism is going to come into play. It's a pretty good angle for West Chicago. Plays it short, tries to get the front of the wall and get a little tip.
Yep,
That did not
did
work.
not work.
Nazar going to settle.
And sends it up, and we'll see if
Kick the ball up to Ryan Batista there on the far side.
nice speed. He
Couldn't get it to
Not
Barden,
able
who's
to
coming all the
cross.
way up. And Barden's anchoring the backfield, so he's going to have to hustle his way back. Switch out as he comes back here. Little tip there, and Connor Royce didn't see it. Then raised flag like it was offsides, but that was pulled down because
West Chicago still pressuring.
maintain the possession. Declan
Declan.
with a clear. And hopefully Wheaton Academy again can settle into the middle of the field possession. Really what they lack so far. That's Ramirez. Doesn't seem comfortable looking up the field once he gets the ball. I'd like him to turn and go forward with that.
So West Chicago starting again their offense. We'll see if they can make a run.
Yeah, that was number 5 for West Chicago coming all the way up. That was Diego
There's
Martinez.
Nasser. He's able to.
Well, trying to get it into the middle, but not able to. And this is Evan Eckhart. Now this is the turn and move forward middle. You've got a lot of possession there that you can move forward with. This is where I missed Daniel Inchenkov, who could go straight down the field on the side, and you can just kind of send it there. There's Pitts, settle down.
Pitts, yep.
Eckhart to Nazar. Looking for
Cross, not able to. There's a follow.
Martinez.
Didn't get a clean foot on it, though.
No, Martinez not able to get that
Back
ball
in from Hytham. Is that Barton?
Yeah, it's Barton coming up here.
Look to getting it to Mariotti.
Yeah, and Josh had that initial look. Remember, way back at the start of the game that we felt like was a, and there's Josh Mariotti right now, but I think he's maybe still thinking about that. We got a corner kick. The last time, they're bringing someone up short here. We'll see if they can just go right there to Ryan Batista.
It's Hytham. He's going to put the ball in play.
Definitely a set play.
Yep.
They're going to drag a defender all the way out there and then look like
Is that Ramirez?
Ramirez.
Yeah, not able to.
But the
withstand
ball
that
hit
contact.
the mark. That's kind of what you want to see unless you continue to have that outcome. At some point, that was what they've been practicing. So there's Keene, West Chicago's goalie.
Now, in the regular season, I know we're a little premature, but in the regular season, is there overtime?
I don't even know what they're going to say in a non-conference game. I'm guessing it's going to end in
It just ends
tie.
in a tie.
But,
We believe the Warriors are going to come through here with a goal, but
okay. The old cheer, I believe.
absolutely.
I believe that. I'm going to start jumping up and down here in a second. I believe that we will. I'm surprised that our crowd has not cheered that cheer. That's one of their favorites.
I think it's interesting because for so long,
Pitts with
people
a
have
throw
been
in.
out of sync with what they're supposed to do, and I think it's going to take people a little while to remember to cheer at games and what that's like.
Okay, I thought that was a good choice by Xander to let him have it. We got a guy rolling on the ground. I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't
dear.
catch the number here. That's number 19. That's Ryan Batista.
Oh dear. Hope
Look,
he's okay.
I don't know. I was looking at Kyle Huerta and he started pulling on his leg. So I don't know if that was a cramp here. Yeah, and here's our trainer kind of stretching that out. So I think that is a cramp.
Here comes Cody.
It's
now for our coach.
Especially in an evening game like this, you're looking forward to this the whole time. it's a little hotter than normal. You're sweating a little bit more than normal, and
See, and you were talking about the nice weather, but I think it's gotten chilly here, and I think that's hard on an athlete when it starts at one temperature and then really just kind of drops significantly within the course of a game. It's hard to keep your body temperature regulated.
yeah. I mean, if Mr. Bullen was listening right now, he would say mustard packets, mustard packets. He loves the old mustard packets with the old cramping. I've never done the mustard. Have you?
What is that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Will you rub mustard on your leg? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, you're definitely going to down that in your mouth, Corey.
Eric Bowling, if you are listening, what is this secret remedy you
There's
speak
Batista coming off. So at least he's jogging off on
Yeah.
his own power here. I can tell he's tightening up again as he comes off. So
Well, this is
that
a
would
weird
be-
time,
that
too,
would
as
be
far as
big
feeding.
if he does not come in.
because, a 6:30 game, I mean, that kind of messes with your meal time. Do you eat early? Do you eat after the game? If you don't eat before the game, do you have enough energy and all of that to go
Yeah.
hard for this? I mean, it's not a great time of day to play, in my opinion.
Well, there was Pitts, and he got a little fancy there with the one defender. Ran into all three, lost the ball, and here now we've got a foul call there on Mariotti. So Pitts will stand right in the middle.
I think all of these
Good
guys,
stab there by
you can tell they've
Nazar.
only been practicing for a week, and I say that because I think their conditioning is, they're winded, they're kind of reaching and lunging rather than being in the accurate and correct position.
Yeah, we'll see what the last 32 minutes looks like. Certainly, West Chicago turned that on in the second. I wonder if, they're looking for that counter. They're also trying to figure out what they can do with that middle of the field and deliver that ball up.
I also wonder, just from a conditioning standpoint, obviously you see they're playing with masks on, some of them more correctly than others, but nonetheless, that's another variable that athletes are having to adjust to.
I didn't even remember that they were wearing masks. That's how weirdly normal it feels. But of course, the masks are.
And also how weirdly some of them are wearing them.
Yeah, and I understand it.
Yeah, I mean, this is this is just a testament to the fact that our athletes will do whatever they have to do to play. And
this is number 5.
right
by the
now,
way,
this
Diego
is
Martinez
the
taking free
circumstances
kick
they
for
find
West
themselves
Chicago.
in.
Yeah, we're not getting the calls on these 50-50 plays recently. West Chicago benefiting a little bit more than Wheaton Academy. So we'll see.
Nice
That's a good win
takeaway.
there by Ramirez. See if we can hit Kyle Huerta coming down this near side. One-on-one with Kyle. There's
Nice center, but no. Oh, there he is.
good kickback by Gio, but no one ready
No one
there.
was
It's-
there.
Josh Mariotti kind of stopped watching for a second. I can see Gio is kind of
Gio had the
pumping
ball
a fist.
centered
I
right
thought that
there.
was a good play.
Oh, it absolutely. I mean, he had the ball centered and teed up for somebody. There just wasn't anybody there.
Good trap there by Wheaton Academy. Getting the ball back into Kyle Huerta. Not able to get that
So a
possession.
little
And
life
then in
from
West
the
Chicago,
Warriors
see if
offense.
they can counter here. Got cramping down on the other end again. But that's not going to stop West
it
Chicago
isn't.
from taking that shot. Goes out wide.
So
Good
currently
opportunity.
3
And
people
again,
down,
we got one here. We got one on the
far end.
I'm trying to see if that's a is that a Wheaton Academy player down
And
over
look,
here?
that's really
too?
cool. The West Chicago
Yeah.
guys are helping them stretch, and that's really cool. Sportsmanship. Kudos to the West Chicago team.
Yeah, I was talking to an assistant coach for our boys football team who was saying that even without a whole lot of contact, they've started to see some injuries happening.
Yeah, so number 18, Caleb Mariotti, and number 23, Robert Platt, are going to come in.
Yeah, this is
Xander
Xander getting
Anaya's
up.
down
You
at-
could see
yeah.
kind of the way he's walking. I don't think he wants to straighten that.
Yeah, and again, this is where you worry about acclimation of athlete, after a long time off. depending on what they've done and
So
their
who did you say was
conditioning.
coming in?
It's Robert Platt and
Mariotti.
Caleb Mariotti.
Yeah, and Josh Mariotti is coming out, and then there's Xander.
There's a great
Anaya.
photo of our live stream team, all three up on top.
Yeah, Haley Cerna. Actually, two. Okay, Haley Cerna, and then Will Hupke up top. But that is a varsity camera getting their huddle footage up top.
Okay.
We'll take credit for
And then
only
we
two
do
of
have
those
number
shots.
3 on our crew, Rachel Cobb. So here comes West Chicago.
Daniel Renchenkov giving advice on YouTube. It's
There
about
he is.
time. Glad you're here, Daniel. Remind them to hydrate. Oh, man. Dude, I think the coach forgot to tell him to drink water.
It is
Daniel.
good to hear from Daniel. That was one of the
I s-
best highlights of the last 2020 basketball campaign. Daniel was he in sports broadcasting?
Oh, yeah, he was on the mic for the National
Yes.
Student Production Award. You can see in our lower part of the scoreboard here that we won a National Student Production Award. We first won a Crystal Pillar from the Chicago kind of National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences.
He was injured. What do you want?
We'll see what's going on here with the. So and then they took it to the national level, and there were 5 nominees nationally from 2,000 entries, and we came away with the award. And Daniel was on the mic, I believe.
Yes, he was.
That was phenomenal.
It was a good game.
There's Eckhart trying to chase it down. Did not know. Waves off the foul. Says, "Get up with the vengeance." Kind of points at him, lifts up his hand.
Oh, and there's another hard tackle there.
You didn't call that guy?
This is
All right,
This
so
is, perplexing.
Wheaton Academy gets something on their behalf finally, as Eckhart finally won that battle.
I think
Big ball over to Gio.
Yeah, that was great. I think what's challenging is in soccer, if you kind of are calling it ticky-tacky, then you got to call it that way, and that becomes challenging when that's going to disrupt the flow of play, which is what I think we just saw there.
Gio loses the ball there in the far corner. There's Eckhart with control. Gives the ball there to number 7, Kyle Huerta, and back out here to Solomon Pitts, who can cross the ball pretty far if he wants to.
But just being patient. And moving
Caleb
the ball around.
Mariotti, number 18.
There they go with a run, but not
Ramirez
able
trying to win the 50-50. Does.
Oh, good
and
hustle
still
by
holds on to it.
Ramirez. Nice hustle.
Trying to figure out a place to go with it.
Not able to
Tried to
keep
go
it.
sideways, and let's see, we got an offsides call, I think.
West Chicago looking to send it. But this last few minutes has been good life for the Warriors.
Yeah, if you're joining us right now, this is the first spring game here. West Chicago with an opportunity.
Nice stop by Declan Finnegan.
Declan. Wow.
That was a great save. He was just ready to go, and that
Good
was
job,
a really good
Finnegan.
stop.
Ramirez to Gio. The
Not
ball
able to
goes out
keep
of bounds.
control.
So this is the first spring sports game of the season for Wheaton Academy.
So for those of you who are just tuning in or who may be wondering, why am I watching boys soccer here in the middle of March?
I'm pretty sure they know what's going on with the world unless they just woke up.
Yeah, the season's though divided, and this will be a 6-week campaign, a week of practice and then 5 weeks of games for these spring sport athletes who are used to playing in the fall, and they'll have 16 games in 5 weeks, which is going to be up tempo as they navigate not only playing at a different time of year, playing after a long time off, but then also dealing with the COVID protocols that exist right now.
Yeah, and the IHSA could have just said, hey, any season that has already passed won't be going, but they made an attempt. You could say a lot about the IHSA. We will not say that on air. But I think everyone on this field is happy that they're playing.
Everyone's trying to do what they can do to give students an opportunity. and you appreciate the creativity and the fact that, all of the athletes are going to get to play this year.
Yeah, one of my good friends, Imre Halevi, is the assistant athletic director at Harvard, runs their live stream program, and Harvard's been off for an entire year. They were one of the first ones with Stanford to cancel their games for the rest of the year and back in March. And then they actually just canceled all athletics all year. So
what's interesting is this Friday is a year to the day.
Yep.
Saturday, March 13th is the actual date, but this Friday would be 1 year
there's
since
Solomon somehow managing to get control of that.
Since the students, were abruptly kind of pulled out and didn't realize that would leave them kind of with school being done or totally different. And those spring athletes last year just waited for so long in hopes that they would get a season, and they've had to wait over a year. So.
All right, so we got a throw in for West Chicago, but deep in their end zone, we could try and pin them in here. We'll see what we can do with this is Ramirez getting the ball back to Pitts. Maybe we can work it to the middle with Caleb sitting there, but yeah, it gets it over. Good control by Caleb. Nice little footwork there. Really quick feet actually right now.
Back to Solomon.
Always with a head up.
So Wheaton Academy looking to see what they can get here. Kind of moving the ball, trying to spread the field. And West Chicago actually pretty content to let them pass the ball around. So as we're coming up on halfway through this second half, it's interesting. Both teams just really sort of content to sit back a little bit.
Looks like Coach Schnoffer is warming up 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different guys. Xander Anayas drinking water here. Here's West Chicago on another counter. Boy, they get dangerous every time they go down that sideline. It seems like they're winning that battle. Good fight there by Connor Royce.
Yep, well, and again,
Barton.
West Chicago and their speed.
That's a missed opportunity there, given West Chicago.
What
West
a
Chicago
great save by Declan Finnegan. Really nice job.
Declan getting low on the ground. Great job by him.
So the question is,
see if we can
Logan
counter
Finnegan,
a little bit. This is Kyle Huerta. Go ahead.
Logan was the goal scorer, and Declan is the goal protector.
Yeah, I got a feeling Logan made him be in the goal for a while.
As a little brother,
so
he has to shoot on him. I don't know. Declan's a really good goalie. Maybe that's what made Logan such a good goal scorer, is he had to get by his brother.
All right, so that's Caleb Mariotti not getting the foul call there.
Here comes Solomon Pitts.
Nazar trying to see if we can get the ball down there.
Yep. Not quite able to do anything with it. West Chicago will head down and retrieve it for their throw-in.
That was Robert Platt there up top at number 23. It looks like Xander's about to kind of check in here, and Josh Mariotti's going to check in as well.
Glad to see that. Both of them came out
with cramping, yeah. So, all right, subs will come into the game. And also as well, number 21.
So Huerta coming out as
Escrio is coming back in. Actually, I remember Escrio coming in, and West Chicago had quite a run with him in. So those fresh legs are dangerous.
This was right about that time in the first half when the momentum shifted. You remember?
Yeah, I think they've got a lineup here in the last 20 that they like.
Yep, and kind of a strategic.
That's a misplay there by Eckhart, and boy, he got.
That was fortunate.
Boy, fortunate, but then a little weird touch right there even afterwards. So.
Yeah, again, this was where it shifted for the West Chicago Wildcats in the first half.
There's Robert Platt.
At the 21-minute mark, they just started to control possession. There's Mariotti.
Yep. And Nasser just sends that thing going. Better to maybe send that across the middle. Bold move to take that shot right there. All right, so goal kick, though. see what Wheaton Academy can do as Martinez comes out of the game. Ramirez comes out of the game and has maybe I would assume a 5-minute break or so because they're going to want to get him back in for the end.
All right, so Wheaton Academy still looking to see if they can make a run here, get a good shot.
Yeah, number 25 getting ready to check in for the game. That's Christian Ruck. Now,
Okay.
Christian was the beneficiary of actually an interesting, looks like offsides is called there, beneficiary of a season postponed because what he ended up doing was running cross country.
Okay.
And went from kind of middle of the pack to winning races for our team. And I think he just didn't know how fast he could go at the start of the season. It was really impressive to see him kind of develop through that season.
Okay, so he's a cross country
He'll outlast everybody here in these last 20 minutes for
as
sure.
well as a soccer player. There's some cool stories like that. Jacob Carlson, who's on the
Solomon
JV
had
team.
to kick it into gear after he noticed number 21 there from West Chicago going hard. That was, again, Oscrio, I think, is a very dangerous player for West Chicago. Here.
Fast. Jacob Carlson's another one who was able to play golf because of the postponed season and ended up as a freshman on the varsity golf team, and now tonight came back out and started his soccer career, played in the JV game.
All right, subs coming in the game. We talked about Christian Ruck. He's going to take out Solomon Pitts and give him a breather.
This is Solomon's first break in the whole game.
Number 15, Herman Medina coming into the game. And number 17, Rafael Posada coming into the game as well for West Chicago.
So we see here throw in by West Chicago, and it goes right back out, but it looks like West Chicago will keep possession, so they'll throw it in again.
All right, so Wheaton Academy's defense doing a great job all night. Again, Barden in the back there. I see Eklund, number 6, Connor Royce.
Yep.
And
there it
just
is.
as I speak about it, we've got the tip.
And there's a goal. It looks like
Number 17 from West Chicago, who just came in.
There, did you call
Rafael
that?
Posada.
okay, yep. So that West Chicago leads 1-0 on that goal with 18:27 left here in the game. So that's going to put some pressure on Wheaton Academy here to get their offense in gear. And
Yeah, it just looks like Wheaton Academy just has lost their intensity.
or they're tired.
You know, these short little steps, everything is a short little moment.
Right, and this is one of those moments in soccer where West Chicago is going to look to try to get another goal here right away to try to
Yeah,
know,
and they're
put the
also going to
Warriors in a
start
deeper hole.
subbing in and being a little bit more comfortable with their lead now. So
Sitting back.
Armando Garcia coming into the game for West Chicago. So even game until a minute ago, 1-0 now, West Chicago.
There's the Wheaton Academy's
Lead.
defense able to clear it a little bit, but a miscue
Lazy
there.
there by Nazar. You got 3 or 4 guys around, and they're getting outworked by one West Chicago Wildcat. So, again, we'll have to see what Wheaton Academy can do. We got Barden getting ready to check into the game.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I don't think it's completely coincidental that that happened with Solomon Pitts out of the game.
Sure.
He's been an anchor of their defense tonight, and even with Barton out, you know, both of them have been kind of significant in the back, anchoring that defense with Declan Finnegan.
Yep. Take this moment again to thank my camera crew who are, even though it feels warm in places,
I do
up
not think
top
it feels
on
warm.
the box, it is freezing with that wind.
I think feeling warm is a matter of temperature, because I would agree with the camera operators. I'm still a little chilly.
That's Christian Ruck kind of playing a one-on-one with West Chicago. Gio getting the ball out wide there, and
Just not able to have it be a playable ball and goes out of bounds to West Chicago.
So possession now matters. We'll see how many times West Chicago will give the ball back, and then how many times, again, Wheaton Academy. Wheaton Academy has not controlled the middle of the field all game. Kind of like to send the ball out wide, and there's an attempt as well, again, instead of kind of moving it into position.
Okay.
Wanted to make that run with Nazar. So into the game now, we've got Kyle Huerta coming back in. Barden coming back in for now Eckhart coming out.
And there's Keene on that goal kick. Wheaton Academy looking to be aggressive here and try to get a shot off, try to tie this game here with 15 minutes to go. So it's a corner kick for Wheaton Academy, and we'll see if they're able to capitalize on this opportunity here in the second half.
So see who's getting
that
the
was
ball. That
Gio.
looked like Gio. Little play
oh.
there, an opportunity, but not a
Not
Wheaton
able to
Academy
capitalize.
follow up there.
It was close.
Good job by Keene to get the ball back.
And he was on his knees a little bit, kept his composure and
Well,
made the save.
I just don't know what it was. I didn't feel like Wheaton Academy had a sense of urgency 10 minutes ago. In a 0-0 tie, I don't know if that was content with a 0-0 tie, but West Chicago, and I told you,
I think it was at the 21-minute mark when you made the observation of those subs
a tough
coming
player, and then Posada coming in there. That's a takedown by Barden. And there's he's helping him up, but that's a card in that moment. That's going to give the West Chicago a nice chance there at the 10-yard line, just outside the 18 of the box. Kind of a weird chant to say right now.
Right.
I believe that we will win down 1-0, but okay.
Hey,
Positive
you gotta believe
thinking.
in
Why
something.
not say that when it's 0-0 instead? Okay, so West Chicago
Eckhart
with an
back in.
opportunity here. Barden has to come out.
And Wheaton Academy, quite a few yellow cards. And while that may be the subject of official preference, there's a lot of yellow cards. So Wheaton Academy getting ready, talking to the official, making their wall. That's
Declan
Xander
working his
Anaya,
angle here.
Huerta and Hytham Nasser.
Number 10 from West Chicago, Alfaro. And
There
that
was
just
another
went.
Is that over? Yeah,
That went right over the top.
that was
Yeah, absolutely. I saw it on the top of the net, but that was
that looked dangerous.
it's a good shot.
So here's Declan, seeing to get something started here for the Warriors. And not able to clear, and here comes West Chicago again. Good enthusiasm by the fans trying to cheer the Warriors on, trying to get them some intensity, like you said.
Yeah, I think it might be a little bit of the West Chicago fans over there too now.
Goes back into the middle.
Nazar putting it in the middle with a lot of movement there. That would have been threading the needle for sure.
It seems like
Nazar out here wide. Maybe can take him down the sideline. Takes the throw in here.
Yep.
Solomon comes up but doesn't get it. Nazar puts it into play and unwise again. We get Solomon out of position as he thinks he's taking the throw in, and Nazar throws it in instead.
Yep.
Just poor communication
There's,
and decision making there.
just gets it out, which was great.
That's 18 Caleb Mariotti.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been trouble right there.
Looks like Wheaton Academy has subs getting ready, but will not get them in on a West Chicago throw-in. Evan Eckhart and Christian Ruck getting ready to check back in.
Cleared by the defense, but that'll be another
No,
throw in for West Chicago.
we need fresh legs here. Looks like trying to decide if this is a free kick here instead.
There's the Maroon platoon.
Free kick for West Chicago
Looks
here.
like some of our students didn't realize that it was going to get cold as the evening transpired, and they are still in their spring 60-degree. They look shivery. But it's awesome to see fans here and supporting the soccer team. So it was a free kick, like you said.
Yeah. Goes all the way over. West Chicago maintains control. Going to try and sit on the ball as long as they can. And that's going to be a throw-in so they can pin them in here. Ruck and Eckhart coming back in, this time for 23.
For Robert Platt
Robert
and
Platt
Xander
and
Anaya.
Xander. I think Xander's still struggling after those cramping issues.
Here's Solomon Pitts.
Yeah, he can put it down there. Get it out of danger at least. Ramirez with a trap. Making one too many moves. Nazar looking at it. Get the ball back to Pitts, please. And he does.
Get up.
Yeah, Wheaton Academy just needs to extend the field to get a little bit of spacing. West Chicago, here's another opportunity, and Finnegan with the save. Finnegan's had a really solid game in the back for Wheaton Academy.
I think I saw something that that Wheaton Academy is 7-2-1 against West Chicago in the last 10 games. So, and again, I could be wrong, and my YouTube crowd will correct me, but I'm pretty sure that we lost to West Chicago last year.
And that was in their state championship
Sure,
run.
yeah.
Turn.
Like you said, West Chicago's a 3A school, so they're a little bit bigger than Wheaton Academy.
Here's Pitts making a little bit of a run, trying to extend ourselves down the field.
I mean, with just under 10 minutes to go in the game, Wheaton Academy needs shots.
It's Kyle Huerta getting the ball back to Pitts.
It's not really enough to possess the ball at this point.
Pitts
They
with
gotta
a
have
nice
some
little move.
opportunities.
And not a finish there. But a nice move. Just kind of, I don't know if he shocked himself in that situation or if we weren't ready for it as well. He's got the throw in here, though, right now. No movement from Wheaton Academy to make a run here. Get the ball to Eckhart. Back to Pitts. Trying to chip it over the top of a defender.
There's West Chicago.
Just a poor
Ooh,
little
that was
sideline
a-
possession. And
And this could be
West
trouble.
Chicago, this is a Scrio. Oh, no, this isn't a Scrio. This is Posada again.
This could be trouble. Fortunately, Wheaton Academy worked at
Posada's
it,
had our number.
got back. Good defense. The Warriors didn't give up, got back, able to clear the ball.
Send the ball back in a weird, dangerous
goes
way.
Kyle
The
Huerta.
official or the keeper couldn't touch it with his hands there. Did a nice job. Keen with a little foot trap there.
So Wheaton Academy needing to make something happen here. 8:30 to go in the game.
This doesn't look like we have that one guy that we're confident with.
To finish. And that's where, you know, you see for Wheaton Academy the loss of those 11 seniors from last year. And then,
Yeah.
you know, with a little bit of a shortened season, I think that it'll take the Warriors just a little bit of time to gel. This is just the first game. And
Good cross. Nazar back to Pitts here. Getting the ball to Eckhart in the
Eckhart.
corner.
we'll see if he can cross to the middle and see what happens.
If he can get a step, but he earns himself a corner kick.
kick.
So see about subs here in a second.
So looking for Hytham to come take that corner kick.
Official was confused seeing Xander a little close to the midfield. Thought we might have
Yep.
a sub.
Here goes Hytham. Crosses it.
Oh, great opportunity there by Eckhart getting the ball up in the air.
Yeah, that was a nice try.
Just misdirected just slightly.
And Keene will get the ball going with a goal kick after that near miss by the Warriors. So Wheaton Academy's next game is Thursday when they'll play Aurora Central Catholic, and then they'll finish the week Saturday with Geneva. So what's interesting in the COVID protocols is that you can play teams in your league or in your region.
Yeah.
And your region, we at Wheaton Academy are in Region 8, which is Kane and DuPage County.
Declan finding that ball, getting up.
Which is why we're allowed to play this non-conference game. West Chicago, same town, that makes sense. But then
get to it. Solomon chooses to let the ball come to him, and one out by West Chicago. But Wheaton Academy gets the ball back.
Into the snow.
Into the snow. What a sight. And again, snow on the sides because of our amazing buildings and grounds crew.
Yeah, they spent
making
days
this
plowing
turf ready
this
to
field.
go.
Days. Every time we had snow throughout the whole month of February, they plowed and plowed and plowed to make sure that they would have a vision for this night and being ready to go. So.
Yeah, so our next broadcast is actually going to be for, besides Mr. Waugh, we're going to, oh, it says Harvest. It's our first against
Mack.
Bishop Mack against for our first boys football game. So
that's a week from Friday, and the six game campaign for the Wheaton Academy football team will begin. The Warriors have a rough schedule.
Yeah.
Against some really quality opponents. You know, they start with Bishop Mack, then St. Francis, and I believe the third game is against Immaculate Conception. So that's 3 state contenders that the Warriors will have to play in those first 3 games of this campaign.
As Josh Mariotti, that came out cramping. Yeah, actually, Cody Snoffer said that the coach here for the soccer team said that 3 of their first 5 games, 3 of them are in the top 10 in the area. So it's
wow,
they've got quite a schedule that they have to.
So that's both soccer and football, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, this is just, this is a great opportunity for kids to play.
Christian Ruck.
And really enjoy and play for the love of the game against their fellow high school athletes.
Looks like a throw in here for, we're not exactly sure what's going on here. Calling for a stoppage in clock for a second as he has a word. We talked about, the importance that Solomon Pitts has had on this game.
Absolutely.
He's anchored that backfield. Looks like a West Chicago throw-in. He played all but, a minute and a half.
Yeah, and in that minute and a half was when West Chicago scored.
So we had to get him back on the field. Some of these guys just need a little bit of a break if they could.
Yeah.
We'll see if they have lasting power in the last 5 minutes here.
So.
There's Robert Platt.
Yeah, Wheaton Academy, with a game on Thursday, I imagine they're going to have to use tomorrow to rest and recover, talk through tonight, but really kind of refuel so that they're ready for that Thursday night game. And then again on Saturday. It's going to be one of the challenges for sports like soccer and volleyball. Football, you can only have 1 game a week. That does not change, does not matter. But for the athletes who play soccer, volleyball, even our basketball players, they've been going hard with 3 games a week to be able to get in a season here. 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, each one of these minutes is going to seem very quick. For West Chicago, they know how to hold a lead. It's one of those things in soccer you really wish, you could move things along a little bit faster. But when you're in the lead, you're like, this is the best thing ever.
Right.
There's ways to stall. Here's a stoppage in time again.
It'll be interesting to see if there is any stoppage time at the end with all those injuries that took place in this half.
Yeah, I think in this situation for the official that keeps the clock, he will always wave on and off the time, so
Okay.
there will be no stoppage.
It's good to know. There's Wheaton Academy. Seeing if they've got any.
Is Ramirez getting the ball over? I think that's Caleb Mariotti.
So that was Holwerda over to Pitts. We'll see what Pitts does. Boy, 3 West Chicago players, all seemingly trying to contain Solomon Pitts.
Yeah, and he almost had it too. So there's Nazar.
Centers it.
Putting a jump ball up, really.
Yep. It was
Getting the ball
there.
back in.
Wheaton Academy, we just didn't have anybody there with a foot to follow it. So, still,
Holwerda.
not giving up.
West Chicago still trying to counter on the
Good hustle back. I think that's
good job
Barton.
by Barden there. Barden's had a great game in
He
the back.
has. He's really done a nice job. This is his first game as a Wheaton Academy Warrior.
Yeah,
Jude
and then
in this-
truthfully, apart from that slip up, the defense has really done a nice job.
Absolutely.
West Chicago's on the ground right now.
Oh, close. The goalie's down.
Keene goes down hard. Looks like the ball was cleared out enough for the official to
dear.
stop the clock.
Hytham. And I've just been so impressed by the sportsmanship. You can tell a lot of these guys must know each other, but
Keene
in
went
a
over
cool
to
way.
Hytham.
They're
Yeah.
helping each other up. They're helping each other stretch. And that's not always the case. Sometimes when you have a rivalry, it's not always pretty. But in this particular case, these teams showing a lot of sportsmanship and a lot of class. So hopefully here, again, we're looking at number 14. This is Alfaro. We hope he's up pretty soon here. So
Yeah, busy night at Wheaton Academy. We had Mr. Waugh practice. I think I heard you say there were freshman and JV games.
there was a freshman
going on
A
in
and B game as well
basketball.
as a JV game for basketball. We had football practice, Mr. Waugh practice. We have
And we
JV
just started
soccer.
registration.
Yep.
Had a couple of nights recently for that.
Yeah, spots are filling up fast for the 2021-22 school year.
Yeah.
And there's Drew Sesnoff. And
Happy birthday to
happy
Coach
birthday.
Sesnoff.
Yes. This is his quarter-century birthday. And he said there was nowhere he'd rather be on his birthday than at Wheaton Academy Soccer. And I believe it.
Did he really say that?
He did. He really did. And
I could think of a few other
that
places.
was my question. I asked the same question, but he said he was sincere and very passionate about being here.
Good for him.
Yes. So he did say today someone got him a bundt cake. So that's been his only cake so far, but we'll see.
So this is Alfaro walking off on his own power. Solomon Pitts gave him a little slap and high five as he
I
was
think
walking
that's the
away.
West Chicago section. Welcome them to Performance Trust Field.
Yeah, like you said, it was a little chippy early on, but
Settled down.
I think these two teams respect each other big time. It was a tough game for both of these teams. I mean, West Chicago could play a lot easier team than Wheaton Academy, and Wheaton Academy, of course, had a tough matchup against defending 3A state champs. Not the same team, of course, but great program.
Absolutely.
His coach
And
has
really tight
built.
game. Again, I mean, except for that one miscue, at that 21-minute mark. I guess it was 18:47 is
Yeah.
when they scored. But you mentioned at that 21-minute mark, the subs came in and brought some energy, and that was really it.
All right, so a minute 36 left. Wheaton Academy just trying to get possession again.
Yep.
Kyle Huerta getting off the ground here soon.
There's Solomon Pitts to Evan Eckhart. Gets it to Hytham Nasser. Back to Solomon Pitts.
Looks like Huerta kind of got hurt there, but he's going to play through it right now.
Take a touch, go at him. Go at him.
So there's
Pitts
Solomon.
Trying
See
to
what he
make a
does here.
decision on how to get the ball down the field.
Doesn't have too much more time. There's Evan Eckhart. That's number 25.
Well,
Christian
Chicago
Rupp.
really flattening out this defense, doing a nice job. If we're going to have to.
Oh, and there it is, Hytham.
Nazar somehow got slipped
he
through,
did get free, and Keene able to hold on to the ball.
pounding the ground out of frustration because, Keene
That was a nice
bobbled it
save.
for just a second. He just missed an opportunity there. Nice job by Keene. Another player in a stoppage. Looks like number 8 for Wheaton Academy about to check in.
That is Troy Erickson.
As well for West Chicago. Coming in the game will be number 18, Alexander
That's
Otsuna.
good to see.
And number
Everybody's
6,
up.
Flores.
It's number 2.
Cheg.
Yeah. But good to see him jogging off.
All
44 seconds.
Only really one more complete possession by Wheaton Academy here.
Yep.
Huerta is going to come out of the game. It did look like he got hurt slipping down there earlier.
Yeah. And in such a short season, there's not time to really recover from injury. So you want to keep your players healthy.
All right, so West Chicago.
All right. Here we go.
With the ball, there's Caleb Moriarty on the far side.
That
Going
goes
to take
out.
the throw in. Now with a sense of urgency, gets the ball back into play.
Back
but
to
goes
West Chicago.
Barton chased it down.
Yep.
Got the ball over the way to Gio over here,
Yep.
near side.
Gio.
Tried to get the ball into the middle with Barton. West Chicago just doing their own version of kickball here, just trying to get it out of play, and they did, and this should be the
To
game.
the stands, yep.
So West Chicago will go to 1-0 in the season. Wheaton Academy 0-1. Good crosstown rivalry. It's what we expected. A tight match all around.
Absolutely.
But West Chicago does get the benefit here.
Yep.
Stealing a win on Performance Trust Field. Appreciate you joining us here tonight. Our next live stream broadcast will be Mr. Wheaton Academy, or Mr. Wah as we call it, on Saturday night at 7 p.m. If you want to, go to wheatonacademy.org/Mr. Wah 2021 for a way to donate to Kids Alive and to watch that broadcast. And then join us for our football game on March the 19th as the Warriors take on Bishop Mack. Well, I appreciate you calling this game with me, Corey.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
We'll talk to you later. Have a good night.